for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all up them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Let's get it. We back at it, bro. We are back at it, bro.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was.
Probably should have stayed and shut
to the 16-yard line.
But, hey, you too. See, oh, you going to take inside like that. Oh, all right. Oh, wow. Nah, I should have, for real. You can't never get no good blocks from them boom pass.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Let's go, baby.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Is that alcohol abuse we're speaking of, sir? Yep. Shit.
Check.
Oh, all right. Got one.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, no.
And they're going to get it. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Wow.
D. Ford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I was not ready.
D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We always have for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Come here. Oh, you son of a bitch. Woo!
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return.
About to have a heart attack.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
I said, I'm never punting again. Like, that was about to be serious. I
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run.
WaveClan, check in, man. I see y'all been watching the stream, man. Just
get ball.
Don't be afraid to jump on there and leave us a comment. You know what I'm saying?
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo.
Sorry, I got my
This is Coleman on the ground.
Sorry, I got my face all over brother's username up there, but his
and all of a sudden
username is Boss King 7487.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. If you're on offense,
B and the K
be
are
aware, ball
definitely
may come your way.
Boss King 7487. WaveClan Posse, y'all.
On play action. Now Garoppolo.
Come here. Wow. That was me.
Escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes.
Who he thought he was? Colin Kaepernick?
Dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up
Say that. Yeah, we was out there, though.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, you might want to hit it while you walking there. I'm sorry.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
Let's close the bathroom door.
Down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I'm on the way. Don't you worry. Hey, don't you worry. Yeah, always. You always got to find that special play.
From the gun, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead.
There it is. And there it is.
Touchdown.
Cram.
Willie Snead. 48 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Yeah.
And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Come on, bruh.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's
that was
knocked
mine,
away
too.
and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
21, 21.
They'll run it.
Sir, the last on the ground. Why? You gonna get some pity paps today?
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54. Get that quarterback at all costs. Bang, bang, bang.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
Near the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven.
It was a first down, though.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them
Cram.
it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yep. Let's see. I don't know the same job.
Ingram again, a first down carry.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Oh, come on! Come on. That's
He used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you're running jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down.
So I chuck stick his ass. I chuck the shit. I chuck the shit out your man though. So look at his own. Cram.
Say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Don't worry about it. I got something for you. You feel?
Trying a little razzle-dazzle. Third and short.
I try to hit the end around. The last one, that reverse worked on your ass. The end around that ain't got shut down.
A loss of 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
All right. I wouldn't either, shit. Especially out there how you tried to get me yesterday.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Got a man. It's caught. From 6 yards away. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film. But how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
My bad, bro. So that's out of bounds, man. I'm out here. I'm out here.
Let's get this.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All right. That's going to take 2 seconds, bro. I'm talking to the show. All right.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Thank you, sir.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep.
Ooh.
That was dangerous.
I thought you had that.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Oh, let me get that thing.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception.
He couldn't get it nowhere.
Get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
All right, so I am streaming, though, and y'all, like, in the camera, in my mic. Can y'all go over there until I'm done?
Jackson. Snead's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
About 30 yards back now.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 180.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
He
stopped immediately there.
Got his shit.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taking about 7 yards deep.
Yesterday, I was saying I didn't want to make one.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
I know, but I didn't think I wanted it to now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think that they were just bad plays to call?
What pass interference? That was so late.
They had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo.
Come here, Bob.
He goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. And that'll set them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And the pressure gets to him again. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Just catch it.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This one from 46 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be
ball,
aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
One of the selling points at the end route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Oh, good play.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as they are able to cut into that lead.
Here we go.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Deuce.
13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
Oh, where's that? Yeah, it's always still a ball game.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
I tried to get up out of there.
Lined up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Watch the pass.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson dancing to his left. Finding room at the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson buying time to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You got nothing today.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again.
No.
And his throw is incomplete.
I was supposed to
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
I was throwing a comeback route.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
Boy.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Hollywood. Let's go.
Baltimore touchdown.
Cram.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown.
Oh, did you?
27 yards.
Well, thank
as
you,
the
then.
Ravens push further
My
out in
man.
front. A good sustained drive there in this third quarter,
cram.
capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
2 touchdowns, you in there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
Come on,
Toward
bro.
the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I like to at least get 3 interceptions.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. 30. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
No, that's tough.
Emmanuel Sanders, 81 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake after the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. They didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I thought he was going to hold on to the ball. He didn't even get no yards.
Something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
That's a good block the first time you touched me.
You're
After that, he didn't engage
anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up
with your
theme
blocked
there.
him, but he just hit him. So the dude just went back. Then that's it. Then he came back from him. Oh, you with no help, so.
Ingram again.
Just did it again. Oh, why?
After a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
I said I could have kept going. I'm like, nah, I'm not about to risk it.
That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got to stop good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I thought he had him right there.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Gotta go.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a touchdown. Mark Ingram.
Look at you slamming
60 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach
did he reach?
that it's a 4-quarter game. Right? It gets
trite
like for us, it gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
And that's the 25-yard line. A lot.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49ers set to get this drive underway.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
A lot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dome it up, Pecco racks up the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Mine.
Oh, come on.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will score.
Up in that end zone.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Let's go.
13-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Defensively, by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Sick, degenerate son of a bitch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this,
Babe,
but he's showing
WaveClan
incredible
Posse.
leadership. Still competing, still
WaveClan
fighting, not
Posse.
taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Posse. She said you can take your WaveClan Posse back to Winchester and play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run
I
for it.
will.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kevin Coleman, 69 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
He's crashing. He's first and 10.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. after the sack on first down. Jackson, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys
I was going to just pause it like, didn't turn around yet. Right. Right. Just going to sit there like that.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Away.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the error...
Brethren.